David, you were one of those children. You wrote letters, didn't you? No, because I do think there's some children who just kind of don't bother. But you bothered, didn't you?
Well, I can't remember any other letters than this one, but I wrote a letter when there was a program... when Play School was on. You remember Play School? It was a programme here for very young children, and it was, like, set in a fictional house. And then there was a bit, I think, to try and help children learn to tell the time, where there was a clock. Just before the story, I think there was a clock, and you go down and the thing beneath the clock would go round and there would be figures on it, and it was quite magical. And then that stopped going round at one point, and I was told, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but I was told it was because of a union dispute at the BBC. the union involved...
How old were you?
Yeah,
I mean, I think it was... I think I would have been 5, 6...
Did you know what a union was?
I don't think so, but I later was told it was a union dispute. Anyway, I was told it was an argument. An argument between the people who did the thing going round and other people, like the people who read the stories or you know. And so I wrote a letter, I think, vacuously suggesting that they should have some sort of conversation to resolve their differences.
You must have been about...
No, I was younger than that.
You were younger than 8?
Chelsea wrote a letter when she was 5 to President Reagan.
I did.
What was grinding your gears?
She was just popped up one day and said she wanted to write a letter to President Reagan.
So the first thing I learned how to read was the newspaper. Probably not surprising in my house. And I read an article one day when I was 5 in the newspaper over my Cheerios that I'd secretly put honey on top of because my mother wouldn't let me have sugar cereal. She now spoils my children.
Yeah,
She didn't
say that's holding a grudge. I'm on this chateau and I'm going to bring up that honey on the Cheerios again.
Did you notice it wasn't subtle enough? Next time it'll be more subtle. And I read that President Reagan was going on a state visit to what was in West Germany. And he was going to visit Bitburg Cemetery. And at Bitburg, there were Nazis buried there, including members of the SS leadership. And I didn't think an American president should be going to pay his respect on behalf of our country to a place where Nazis were buried.
How old were you?
I was 5, but I wrote a letter to President Reagan, and I said...
Give her the honey!
Well...
Clearly.
I learned about the Nazis, to be fair, from The Sound of Music.
Oh, OK.
So I wrote a letter saying, you know, Dear Mr. President, I've seen The Sound of Music. The Nazis were not nice people. Please... please don't go to their cemetery.
Mate, I just wrote to Jim Will Fix It and wanted to meet Kevin Keegan.
He still went, so my letter wasn't effective. Did your letter get the thing moving around again?
No, but what it...
So neither of us were successful.
Well, it depends how you classify it, because I did receive in the post by return a BBC balloon.
I didn't get anything back. Why not me?
Did that please you?
Very much so.
There you go.
Had the old BBC logo on it. No, and it's got larger when I inflated the balloon.